Deep within the heart of a forgotten jungle, where the air is thick with mist and every sound carries an air of mystery, a terrifying scene begins to unfold. A poor elephant, gentle and massive, wanders near a swamp to drink water. It does not know that beneath the muddy surface, something monstrous is waiting. Suddenly, the ground beneath it trembles, and from the darkness rises a grotesque creature, a giant killer slug, larger than anything ever recorded by science. Its slimy body glistens in the dim light, and its movements send ripples across the stagnant water. The elephant freezes for a moment, then trumpets in alarm as the creature lunges forward, wrapping its enormous body around the elephant's legs with terrifying strength. The slug's thick slime begins to burn through the elephant's skin, releasing smoke and a foul stench that fills the air. The elephant struggles desperately, thrashing its trunk and trying to pull away, but every movement only sinks it deeper into the mud. The horrifying creature tightens its grip, trying to pull the helpless animal into the swamp's depths. Birds scatter in panic, and even the nearby monkeys fall silent, watching from the treetops in fear. Nature itself seems to hold its breath as the forest's most peaceful creature fights for its life against an unearthly predator. Miles away, a signal goes out, a distress call to the wildlife rescue team known for tackling impossible missions. Without hesitation, the brave rescuers gear up and rush to the scene. They load their jeep with tranquilizers, medical kits, repellent sprays, and ropes. Every second counts, and the road is harsh, filled with mud, fallen trees, and thick fog that makes the journey even more dangerous. But their determination to save the elephant fuels their courage. These rescuers have faced pythons, wildfires, and predators, but none of them have seen anything like what awaits in that swamp. When they finally arrive, the sight before them sends chills down their spines. The massive elephant is barely standing, covered in smoke and slime, struggling to breathe. The slug looms beside it, its slimy skin pulsing as if alive with dark energy. One of the rescuers whispers that it looks almost alien, its body glimmering with strange blue and green shades. But there's no time to stare. The team quickly forms a plan. They know one wrong move could end both the elephants and their own lives. The leader of the team signals everyone into position. One rescuer loads a flare gun and fires into the air, the bright light flashing across the swamp. The slug reacts immediately, turning its grotesque head toward the flare and releasing a shrill, wet hiss. While it's distracted, two rescuers rush toward the elephant, spraying antitoxin over the areas burned by the slime. The elephant trembles in pain but stays still, as if understanding they're there to help. The slug begins to move again, its tentacle-like appendages flailing angrily, sending chunks of mud flying. The rescuers act fast. One throws a rope loop over the creature, while another coats the rope with repellent chemicals designed to drive toxic animals away. The struggle is fierce. The slug's strength is unbelievable, pulling against the ropes with wet, slapping sounds that echo through the forest. One rescuer slips and falls into the mud, narrowly avoiding being pulled in. The team shouts, pulling harder, their arms trembling from exhaustion. Finally, the slug starts to retreat, recoiling from the burning sensation of the repellent. It lets out a horrifying screech before slithering backward into the murky water, leaving behind only a trail of steaming slime. The rescuers don't relax until the surface of the swamp is still again. They turn their attention to the wounded elephant, who now collapses from exhaustion. Working quickly, they clean its wounds and apply healing salves. The elephant's eyes are filled with pain but also trust. It recognizes these humans as saviors. One of the rescuers gently pats its trunk, whispering soft words to calm it. Slowly, the elephant begins to regain its strength, rising shakily to its feet. The jungle seems to come alive again as birds start calling and the wind rustles through the leaves. As the sun dips low, painting the forest in golden light, the elephant takes a few slow steps toward the trees, then turns back to look at its rescuers one last time before disappearing into the wilderness. The team stands silently, watching it go, their hearts heavy with emotion but filled with pride. They have saved a life against unimaginable odds. The swamp is quiet now, but the legend of that day will be remembered forever, a day when courage triumphed over horror, and humanity proved its bond with nature once again.